What up guys, Shaquille Majuri here for Combat Culture, and we are on our way to UFC 253. Israel Adesanya and Paulo Costa will finally settle all of their problems inside the octagon on Fight Island. Now before we get started with today's video, if you don't mind hitting subscribe and tapping the notification bell, that goes such a long way to helping the channel grow, and a like on this video never hurts either. It's safe to say that Adesanya versus Costa is the most heated rivalry of either man's career. But how do we get here? What was the foundation of the rivalry, and how has it escalated to the point of no return? Well, fortunately for you, that is the topic of today's Beef Wars. Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa.
Oh, horrible fight. I was shame there to watch that fight. Adesanya is nothing. Adesanya is the most shameful champion I have seen ever. He just run. He's nothing. He's nothing. He's scared. You know, I think he don't deserve talk about him. But was a shit. That fight was a shit. I will make him cry. I will hit him very badly, and he will cry like a baby. I will slap his face on my fight against him, you know, because that's it. He's shameful.
Yeah, I've been trying to fight him for a while, and he tried to say he doesn't know who I am. Ha ha ha. Boy, you know who I am now.
After over 2 years of hype and build-up, Israel Adesanya and Paulo Costa will finally face off at UFC 253 on September 26. Their beef runs back to International Fight Week 2018, which featured both fighters in prominent positions. Adesanya headlining the Ultimate Fighter 27 finale on Friday night, and Paulo Costa having the featured prelim slot on Saturday's UFC 226 card. To this day, Adesanya still seems annoyed that Paulo Costa said he didn't know who he was.
Israel Adesanya, who's headlining on Friday, has already sort of almost called out the winner of this fight, says he's going to confront one of you, whoever wins, whether it's you or Uriah, and he wants that fight next. Is that a fight you'd be interested in after this? Israel Adesanya?
What is ranking? Is that the ranking?
Yeah, he's headlining on Friday.
Não, mas the ranking is
No,
what?
not yet.
Tell him to... Desculpa, ele falou que tem cara que tá desafiando.
Quem?
No sábado. How the name of the guy?
Israel
You
Adesanya.
even don't know the name of the guy.
I don't know who is him.
What do you think of Paulo Costa?
I saw something the other day where he said he doesn't know who I am. Boy, you know who the fuck I am now. Understand? I said that after my first fight. These guys trying to pretend like they don't know me, and they creeping all on my Instagram and shit. I don't really care. Hey, win your fight tomorrow. I'm gonna see you later on.
Israel Adesanya won last night, and he said he wants to fight you next. Is that a matchup you're interested in?
I don't know who is him. I think when he come into top 10 or top 5 UFC middleweight, we think we can. I can think about him.
There was no denying Adesanya's presence in the middleweight division following a February 2019 win over legend Anderson Silva.
The Juice Monkey, Paula, my bitch. What did he say again? He said something that I won the last 2 rounds with him.
Something like that.
See, Silva, that fight with me and him was just physical chess on the highest level with striking, because it was just like even if you know about footwork, intricacies of footwork, it was beautiful to watch. Well, a guy like Paula, he's a walking punching bag, juiced up, blown up, and throws body shots and heavy. Bring that ass over here. I would test him. Uriah Hall was jabbing him up. Fuck, how the fuck is he gonna hit me with those T-Rex arms? Honestly, if I'm behind those jabs, things that follow up would be much different. So yeah, a guy like that, he should just focus on his fight he's got next, Romero, and yeah, let them talk. Whenever I ever like, if you ever see me, Luke, talk shit about someone after they fight, like on Twitter, they're trying to just get some shine because I'm behind the spotlight. You know, I don't give a fuck about what these guys are doing. I just give a fuck about me, and I'm living my best life. But anytime I do something, anytime I breathe, these guys tweet, say something stupid. Oh, my opinion. So yeah, Twitter fingers. Sit down and keep doing your thing.
Adesanya's win over Anderson Silva put him in a position to fight for the title, and suddenly it was Paulo chasing Israel and his own dreams of UFC gold.
What's your message to Robert Whittaker and Israel Adesanya if they see this? What's your message to them?
I think they both are looking to me espantados, scared, you know, because the both guys know now have a very, very tough guy looking for them. I think Whittaker will beat Adesanya, and I beat Romero. For me, Romero won against Robert Whittaker. But if Adesanya won, take the belt, man, I can kill that guy. He's very skinny. He not have a chance against me. He's a personal with Adesanya, but I think he will defeat.
It's kind of funny because you mentioned before that with Adesanya it's personal, so it's almost like you're going from one personal fight to another. What is it that makes the Adesanya fight personal for you?
Yes, because Adesanya talks shit about me too. And after my last fight against Rhea Hall in 2018, he asked me to fight against him, and he said, I can't beat this. He say, I have dinosaur arms, you know? He said, so it's personal.
Last one.
Do you have a preference of who you would like to fight? I mean, Israel has been talking a little trash. Would that be fun for you? Or do you like Rob as the established champion? Which one would you prefer to fight for the belt?
Yeah, man. I really want to break the face of Adesanya, you know?
Is the reason you said you want to break Adesanya's face because of the comments he makes? He keeps calling you a juice monkey and stuff like that. Is that why you want to fight him more than Rob?
Yeah, this also, for sure. It's a fool for me, you know? Make me more angry. It's a personal with him. I cannot hide this.
Adesanya cannot stay with me on octagon for more 1-2 rounds or two, or 1 or 2 rounds. He cannot survive on octagon with me for 2 rounds, you know.
Paulo Costa, I hope
Adesanya
smashes Whittaker so you can fucking kill him.
Yes, brother. I want too much this fight, you know. I don't like him also. For real, I don't like him. And I don't believe he can support 3 rounds or 4 rounds with me. You know, he's so skinny. And when he feeling my punches, my kicks on his skinny ribs, you know, I will break him.
Has Israel crossed the line, you think? I mean, this is the day of promotion and trash talk to get people interested, right? I mean, is what he's doing just promotion and trash talk? Because you said it's personal. Adesanya.
No, I think he is not respect the guy, you know.
Yeah, he's not a respected guy.
Yeah, so that's it.
There's a certain time that
But the only problem against Adesanya is because he's afraid. I need to remember, he asked John Jones to fight against him. John Jones say, yes, let's do. Dana White agree, and he know. And Adesanya say, I need 2 years to train. So be careful because he's afraid. If he get to win tonight, he can avoid this fight against me. If I fight against Adesanya, I will kill him with him. You know, just hurt him. And when I want, I finish him.
In October of 2019, Israel Adesanya took the UFC middleweight title off Robert Whittaker, and it looked certain that the last stylebender and Paulo Costa would finally meet.
Just last one. Obviously, you had that moment with Paulo Costa afterwards.
Oh, my bitch.
Is he definitely the next? Because you've talked about John Jones,
we'll see.
and when could we see that fight potentially?
I don't know. I have my people call their people. Right now, I'm Hollywood now, Esther. I'm Hollywood. Right now, I just nothing set in stone. I'm just feeling it, but I like that fight because the casuals, they're dumb. They see a beefed up beefcake like that and think, oh, that's the guy. I'm still all hype, by the way. I'm still all hype. Don't worry, I'm just the hype train. Yeah, so they'll see that and think that's the guy. That's the guy. They just want to see me lose, but they're going to be waiting for a long time.
And as you were celebrating, it looked like you scaled the fence. I know you said your options are open right now, but it looked like you had a message for Paulo Costa. What was said there, and why take that moment to address him? I mean, rather than just enjoy it yourself.
And I enjoyed it myself. I definitely enjoyed it, but, you know, it sells the next fight. It sells the next fight a little bit, but at the same time, he's a bitch, and he's my bitch, and I want to make him my bitch, so that's why I did what I did.
Obviously, you're not a massive fan of Paulo Costa's physique, it seems, but what
He looks good. He looks beefy, and he looks like a swimsuit model, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. He's a handsome man.
But what do you think of his fighting ability? I mean, as a fighter.
Basic, but that's not a bad thing. Basic is what, you know, my shit is built on foundation. I just know how to work off my basics. He doesn't. Everyone he fights is a punching bag that's just waiting there to get hit. And I can't wait. I can't wait till I fight him. I'm not impressed, to be honest. I'm not impressed by your performance. That's why Anderson Silva really changed my mentality about martial arts. Jackie Chan first did, then Anderson Silva, because I had the idea of, I think it's just something that's been infused through Hollywood, that you gotta be this jacked Rambo motherfucker to be a fighter and be a tough guy, because that's what you see in movies, that's what you grow up watching. So everyone still sees that, and it's just embedded in them that they think that's a bad motherfucker, or that's the guy. It's like, nah. And look at me, oh, he's so skinny, bro. I'm gonna break his face, bro. I'm gonna break him. You got no power, bro. Well, I don't need power. Everyone has power. I have precision.
But a bicep injury sidelined Costa, opening the door for Yoel Romero to step in and face Adesanya instead. A slow and uneventful bout between Israel and Yoel raised the ire of many fans, and Paulo Costa as well.
The fact is, Adesanya cannot handle with him. Just this. So, and Adesanya cannot handle against powerful guys, you know, like Romero, like Joe Jones, or me. That's why he's afraid. That's why he's avoid some fights, like against me, like against Joe Jones. He's avoid this kind of fight.
He looked for you while he was in the cage, but you had left the arena, and he wanted to tell you to your face that he plans on effing you up when you guys meet. Do you have a message that you'd like to give to him?
Of course, everybody leave from the cage, but when I jump, some people catch me and, you know, bring me out. But he don't deserve it. Why I need to wait for him for tell something for him, you know? He make a very, very bad fight tonight. So I left about this.
I don't know, you guys know. He not left. The security put him out. You have this in the camera. Because he jumped to go to the cage, and the security come crazy. But it is what it is. He not left. To be clear, the security put him out. We have this recorded. It was the crazy things because he wanna this fight more than anybody in the world against Adesanya.
Costa made a comment. He was kind of ripping you when he came in here after the fight, and he basically said you're the most shameful champion he's ever seen. And he said you just ran, you're scared, and he doesn't deserve that I talk about him. Meaning talking about you, and he said he'd make you cry. You think he's just trying to get his name in the headlines tonight, or
he sucks at it. That's the thing. He sucks at trying to talk trash as well, and he's easily influenced. I can flick his nose, and you'll see him bark at the cage. Like, he's too emotional, and already I know how that fight's gonna go. I'm gonna sleep that guy. He's a guy that I've had a lot of kickboxing fights. His reach, his arms, when he lets it down, reaches his waist, you know? I'll pick him apart. He's a guy that I'll definitely jab, pick apart, catch him, and then knock him out. The guy, he sucks at English. He's a buffoonus ignoramus. Well, he left. I thought he was gonna like shit in his hand and throw it at the cage. So that's why I was trying to look at Joe Rogan, like, where is he? And it's like, he's gone. I was like, oh, fuck. I was ready to roast him right there and then. Oh, trust me, I'm gonna have fun with him. I'm gonna fucking roast him like a Sunday pig.
But with Paulo Costa, do you think there's any chance that he doesn't come forward?
He's too dumb. He is gonna just Even when he fought Yorima point at the ground and he looked at the ground and then got struck. Like, he's just such a ignoramus buffoonus. Scientific name.
Finally, a date for the fight between Adesanya and Costa was set. UFC 253 on September 26th.
Costa might need a filter because he says some real dumb shit sometimes. Like, he calls himself the king of bitches. So, I don't know. Maybe you should put a filter on sometimes.
I actually had the chance to talk to Paulo a couple of weeks ago, and I asked when this is all said and done if you guys will be able to make peace and shake hands, and he said, no way am I going to be shaking Izzy's hand after I knock him out, etc. What about you? Are you willing to make peace with this guy, or is this something that's going to go on beyond the fight?
Peace. Bro, I don't know. What am I thinking? You can get closure, like, even, you know, when you like break up with someone and you look for closure to try. You don't need to look for closure with anyone. Closure comes within yourself. So, yeah, after I knock him out, I'm just gonna carry on with my day. I think it's great for me because it's that the aesthetic of it. Like, I'm this skinny person, this little frail kid that everyone looks at, and then he looks like the perfect antagonist. He's big, bulky, juiced to the fucking gills, and he's a marauder. He's a guy that beats everyone on the fence. So when I come in there with some Bruce Lee shit, fuck him up. It's going, oh my God, wow, he beat that big muscle boy. Oh, like, the casuals are gonna feed off it, and that's just, I love that because it means more eyes, more attention. And like I said, you can watch my fights. You don't have to watch my fights, but you're gonna pay. I'm not talking money. You're gonna pay attention. Attention turns to, as always. I've been trying to fight him for a while, and he tried to say he doesn't know who I am. Ha ha ha. Boy, you know who I am now.
With so much heat and hate between these two dominating middleweights, we doubt UFC 253 will be the end of their rivalry, so stay tuned for more beef and more beef wars here on Combat Culture. And that is all for today's episode of Beef Wars. Let us know in the comments section, who do you think will reign supreme at UFC 253? Israel Adesanya or Paulo Costa? If you enjoyed this video, the best way you can help our channel grow is by hitting subscribe and tapping the notification bell, and a like on this video ain't too shabby. For Combat Culture, I'm Shaquille Majuri. Stay safe, and we'll catch you next time.